Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play SimCity on Sundays. So we are back in Richland Bay, looking at Richland Hills right now. And this was the first city that I built here, which I didn't record the original building of, since I was experimenting and kind of playing around with the region first before I started my recording. Mainly because I hadn't ever played a public region like this with no cheats before, so I kind of wanted to get a feel for that before I did that. Here you can see I've got a nice oil pumping or oil drilling operation going on here, trying to increase the oil production to a point where I can plunk down a petroleum headquarters. I can't get a refinery until I get headquarters, and I can't get headquarters, and I can't get a headquarters until I pump more than, I think, 9 or 10,000 gallons a day. So definitely trying to increase that. So you can see here, not approved for the petroleum headquarters yet, before I can even get the refinery and such. So still working on that. Right now I'm at just a little over 7,000 barrels a day and increasing, so we'll see how far we can get with all of that. And there are my trade depot, and I'm basically exporting my oil right now. Figure might as well make some money off of it. Otherwise the city looks like it's working out pretty well. Oh yeah, here I'm extending the road and seeing if I can add some more drills. And just kind of speeding things up, trying to see how quickly I can get the pumping going. Okay, now deciding to put in the extra drill. But was really working hard to try and get this up over between 9 and 10,000, but might not actually see that this particular episode, just because it just seemed to take too long. So I was like, okay, let's move on to doing something else. Oh yes, here's Maxis Man. I have Maxis Man in this city, and I have a quest to have him save 3 injured Sims, and before I can upgrade him to doing something more than that. So still kind of working on that, and you can kind of follow him around town and see what he's doing. And he's on patrol. I keep getting requests to change the city into evil, and allow as a Dr. View or something like that to build his headquarters or something, who is the arch nemesis of Maxis Man. But I have so far opted not to do that. I may or may not in the future. I don't know if I would or not, or in which particular city I would do it in. Right now I just kind of want to build my cities and just kind of see how far they go. I know one thing with this city, the oil is eventually going to run out, obviously. And so this region where the oil is pumping now, I will eventually replace with residential, commercial, and probably plunk in some casinos or something. Maybe I'll put in, maybe I'll switch it from oil to gambling. I could also switch it from oil to getting educated, putting in a university, and making it an educated focus. I don't know. I haven't quite exactly figured out what the next phase of the city will be once the oil runs out. And then the other city, as you'll see in a little bit, is going to become coal focused for now. But with also the same dilemma of, well, that's eventually going to run out as well. So I will also have to figure out what else I can do once that focus, once that resource runs out. So in the meantime, oh yes, so I've got a mayor's house I can put down. I'm trying to figure out a good place for it. Trying to figure out exactly where I want it. It's So I figured putting it close to City Hall is probably not a bad idea. I did have to kind of evict a few people to do that, but I'm not approved for anything right now. I did add a Department of, I think it's a Department of Education, Department of Finance, I forget what add-on I put on there, but it's the only one I was approved for. So here it's like, okay, I need to add a jail and add some patrol cars. The biggest challenge for me is building more slowly because I have a limited budget, and so I can't kind of just build like crazy like I can when I'm using the cheats. So that's one of my biggest challenges, is I want to just populate this thing up with as many police cars as possible, every jail module possible, everything else. But I can't quite do that because, you know, you can see here I only have, you know, $13,000 some dollar, some millions in the account, and even though I'm running in the positive, if I keep doing it, it's just not going to be a good thing. All right, you can see our firemen are fighting a fire over there. Oh yeah, looking at the region wall. Just seeing if there's anything interesting going on with my neighbor. So it looks like they were needing some fire assistance, so I'm donating one fire truck. I don't know if it's going to do any good for them, but whoever built that city didn't build any fire stations, so I'm having to contribute to their need for that. So I'm still exporting the oil. Still kind of working on getting those barrels to go up. Alright, so now we're going to switch over to Richland Valley, which is the second city that I built, and I've been building from scratch since starting this particular series. You can see it's still really small. I've kept it quite small, and here I'm decided, I'm going to go take a look at Prosper real quick before I do anything else. I mean, you know, whoever's been building the city's kind of built it out nicely. It's starting to come together. Have a nice power plant there. Some nice roads and things, some nice looking buildings and such. And going back into Richland Valley. Alrighty, and let's see here. What are we going to do? I know that there's some things I'm doing needing to expand. Alright, and I know I'm going to be building out some more of these roads and eventually putting in the coal mining operation as well. Oh yeah, one of the guy who was running Prosper actually sent my city 50,000 simoleons, which was kind of nice. It's like, oh, well, isn't that lovely? So that actually, because one of the things I couldn't afford to do is put in my coal mine yet, because I didn't have the money for it. I was waiting, saving up for it. But since I now have it, I'm gonna, I know that the coal is under that area, so let's go ahead and build the coal mining operation. That will hopefully expand some of my my city's income. The industry loves it. Residential not so much, but you know. And put in a trade depot over there. I'm gonna put in coal. Oops. Keep doing that with the edge scrolling. Sorry about that. Alright, so we need to start getting operations underway. Can't do anything until... Oops. Sorry. I do keep doing that. I could edit that out, but it's just so so quick and such short bits of footage that I just didn't this time. Sorry. Alright, you can see all these people filling up the parking lot. Once the parking lot is completely filled up, that means that they've hired all the employees they need. Same thing with the trade depot. And they can get started. So, yep, lights are going on. Operations are commencing. So we are starting the mining operation. And we're going to start exporting coal. Alright. Alrighty, so... Oh yes, Dr. View threatening the town. I think I said no thanks to that particular mission. I'm checking to see my sewage. Okay. That's a little backed up. I think we need a second sewage facility. Eventually I'm going to upgrade to like a full-on, there's a second thing. I don't think I've been approved for it yet, so I'm still doing these treatment plants first, but, or sewage outflow plants rather than the full sewage treatment plants, which can handle a lot more. Oh yes, here we go. So, we need a garbage dump, which I say I'm going to do, but you won't see me put that in until... Yeah, I'm going to eventually put it back in here, but I won't put it in until next episode. Because I noticed that I'm having some power issues. My coal mine is not getting enough power, so I need to increase power. The best way for me to do that, plunk a couple more windmills in. So I'm doing that right now. You can kind of see that the circle is going from more red to more yellow, so that's helpful. And now we're having some fire issues. We need a fire station, and don't quite have enough simoleons for that yet. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here until next week, where you'll see me build the city out quite a bit more. So until next week, thank you for joining me. Take care, and bye-bye.